What's up, Taiwan? I'm Ethan Liu with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. The destruction in Turkey following Monday's devastating earthquake has raised concerns. Here in Earthquake from Taiwan, it's over 100,000 buildings in the capital city of Taipei are considered structurally unsound. Many are now asking whether the process of renovating old buildings is too complex. Sully Jensen reports.
There are almost 230,000 buildings in Taipei City, and around 90% of these are over 30 years old. That percentage is increasing. The city's government says that 98,000 of these older buildings are unstable. If a large earthquake were to strike Taipei, Taiwan's Interior Ministry says about 4,000 buildings could collapse. This could affect a large portion of the city's population. The prospect has many locals worried.
住了40多年了，地板有一点裂了，对不对？如果是在大地震的话，一定会垮掉了，当然是会怕。
Taiwan is no stranger to destructive earthquakes, and the country's buildings have taken a beating in the past. 50,000 toppled in the Gigi earthquake of 1999. That quake killed 2,400 people. Reconstruction of Taipei's buildings has been slow. One reason is that this kind of work needs the approval of all the owners of property in a building. That's kept many buildings from getting the necessary repairs.
当然，我家的更多更老哈，我家已经60年了，可是我们那里已经说了3、4次，只有2位，40几户只有2户不要就不行了。
The Building Administration Office says it's trying to speed up the process of renovating structurally unsound buildings.
老旧建筑物大概普遍耐震能力都不足了。那对于这个30年以上这种老旧房屋，其实我们是鼓励市民先行做一个耐震能力的评估。
Some advocates say these assessments should be mandatory for old buildings.
台湾其实不光台北市应该要来做一个强制性的全面的建筑的普查。不是所有的方案都是要透过重建解决，是有些方式只是透过你的整建维护或是结构补强的方式。
Authorities say construction has been slowed by labor shortages and the changing cost of raw materials. Taipei's new mayor Jiang Wan'an promised during his campaign to lower the bar for approving renovations. But with strong earthquakes likely at any moment, many people's lives and homes are at risk until reconstruction work can get off the ground. Damon Lin and Sally Jensen for TaiwanPlus.
The president of Paraguay, Mario Abdo, will visit Taiwan next week. Paraguay is one of Taiwan's oldest diplomatic allies and the only nation in South America to maintain formal ties between the countries. Officials are expected to discuss investment opportunities during Abdo's visit. This comes as Paraguay is preparing to hold presidential elections on April 30th. The main opposition candidate in the race says if he wins, Paraguay will break off relations with Taiwan to form closer ties with China. As Taiwan's domestic industries are poised for a roaring comeback in the post-pandemic period, chain restaurants are facing a shortage of workers. To try and fill thousands of vacant positions, many food and beverage outlets have begun raising wages and offering new benefits. John Van Trist has the story.
From cooks to cashiers, Taiwan's chain restaurants are on a hiring spree. A January survey by one job search website found around 130,000 vacant positions. That's 22% more than in January last year.
招募的正职人员就超过1000名，里面有乡里啊，有服务人员等等，所以我们很希望，全国能够对于餐饮服务业有兴趣的好人才都能够踊跃加入。
But with so many options and a rising cost of living, these chains are finding they need to raise salaries to attract workers. McDonald's Taiwan is planning to raise wages across the board in March. Others are considering financial perks, like giving cash to new parents, a policy also meant to help boost Taiwan's low birth rate.
公司很重视人才的一个培养跟奖励，所以我们就很多的一些政策上面都会持续的推出。对于想要增产报国的同仁，我们第3胎的话，我们会有5万块的一个生育补助。
Labor market watchers say higher pay will not just help attract workers, but also retain them.
提高薪资的话呢，才有办法让他们这个长久的留任而来减少这个所谓兼差人员的一个这个聘用，也就是说降低这个离职率，提高向心力跟这个忠诚度。
In January, job search platform Yes123 found that 94% of workers wanted to find a new job after the Lunar New Year. Now that the new year is past, restaurants are hoping higher wages will bring some of these workers their way. Ethan Pan and John Van Trieste for TaiwanPlus.
Taipei is set to raise subsidies for certain types of childcare. The increase of around $30 a month will cover nannies and private daycare centers that have contracts with the city government. Mayor Jiang Wan-an says the subsidy is aimed in part at raising the city's birth rate. But some city councilors say the increase is too little and won't help fundamental problems with the city's childcare system, including a lack of workers and other resources. An Indian activist is on the quest to ride his bike across 191 countries in 19 years. He wants to raise awareness of HIV/AIDS and share a message of peace, he says is part of India's culture. Salman Debnath is now in Taiwan, country number 172 on his travels. Our reporter Sandy Chi met with him to learn about his story.
Imagine riding a bike like this for 19 years around the world. Seems like an impossible mission, but one man has managed it. This is Salman Debnath. He is a 39-year-old activist from eastern India, and he sets out on his quest to cycle around the world on May 27, 2004, at the age of just 20.
Then I started my journey from my school to my home, to my society, to my community, to my state, to my country and the world. I have been traveling for HIV/AIDS awareness and also promoting Indian culture around the world. India is within the world, and when you will go to the world, you will find each and every corner one India. So that means that culturally, society-wise, literatures and different dimensions to know about the world is the cultural similarities.
Debnath has encountered many challenges along his journey. Originally, he planned to ride for 16 years and finish in 2020. But visa issues and the COVID-19 pandemic got in the way. He also faced some very dangerous situations.
I was caught by Taliban 24 days in Afghanistan. I was 28 times robbed. I was 18 times beaten by skin-headed people. I stayed with wild animal in wild nature in Africa. I was somehow encountered by lion, rhino, elephant, cheetahs, pythons. In COVID time, I was in China and I was stuck in China. I had COVID and I somehow rescued from COVID. I went to South Korea. I escaped to South Korea, and South Korea too, I was in New Zealand and I was stuck in New Zealand for 1 year.
The journey has been tough, not just for Debnath, but also for the bikes he rides. In total, he has used 8 bikes along the way. Some were damaged and 3 were stolen. Despite the setbacks, he has never given up. Debnath says these experiences are learning opportunities that make him a better person. He's now in Taiwan, country number 172 on his journey. Debnath says he has been impressed by the people here and how convenient the country is for cyclists.
Taiwan is very culturally close to India, so it was in my mind that why I will leave this country, why not to visit and to see that cultural similarities, and why not to tell that, also I found India in Taiwan. And I am so pleased to see that how Taipei and other city, I was looking your bicycle route map, and I was so pleased and so happy. If maybe God will give me a day, I will come again.
Debnath has been traveling the world solo for 19 years. But he says he hasn't felt lonely on the journey. Many people who share his goals but cannot ride with him have given him bracelets. He carries them with him on the road.
That they wanted to travel with me throughout the world. So that is how I am holding them. I have thousands of bracelets in my bag that they are also part of my family. They are part of my journey.
The next leg of Debnath's journey takes him to Indonesia. If all goes well, he will finish his grand tour and make it back to India in May. Nearly 2 decades after setting out from home at just 20 years old. Kamashu Aznaya Zhou and Sandy Chi for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave you with images from Cambodia, where a man has built a house in the shape of an airplane to fulfill his dream of flying. I'm Ethan Liu. Take care, and I'll see you next time.